Hey everybody, it's me, Mika Ray. I just wanted to come in here real quick and give you my thoughts and opinions on the whole Shea Moisture controversy that's been going on. And I truly believe it's something that's going to blow over pretty soon. I'm already seeing it dying down in the social media area. And after the CEO's apology, some people are giving the side eye. Some people truly feel it was sincere. And I just want to come in here and give my thoughts, so let's just get to it. Okay, my 2 cents, and then I'm going to keep it moving. First thing I want to say is anybody really surprised at this? I mean, truly, did anybody really not see this coming? I've seen it with multiple companies throughout the years, and I know a lot of people saw this coming years ago. And just thinking about Shea Moisture, I've only purchased 2 products that I can think of in the Shea Moisture line in the past, and one was like the kit. It was like, it had these little trial sizes in it, and it was like 4 or 5 things in that box. It was like the coconut hibiscus line, I think, and it was like $5 for the whole kit. And then I bought like the Jamaican black castor oil line shampoo for my daughter's locks because it had apple cider vinegar in it, and I really liked that. But Shea Moisture hasn't really done anything for me throughout the past. I mean, a lot of people love the coconut and hibiscus line, but it really didn't do anything for me. I mean, this is why I stress minimalism and simplicity in my hair regimen, and why I don't show a lot of products on screen when I do my videos, because it's not the product, y'all. It's the technique, and people have put a lot of store and a lot of stock in Shea Moisture, and that's where I think a lot of people have made a mistake, and that's why they're so disappointed. Now the Shea Moisture is advertising people and marketing people. They did drop the ball on this one. I mean, they really screwed up, but you know, everybody makes mistakes, and let's just hope they do better next time. And as far as people I've seen a lot of people really pressed about this thing. I mean, they're calling for boycotts and everything. Y'all, this is nothing to get upset about. Shea Moisture is one of many companies that caters to Afro hair, or black African American type kinky textured hair. And if you don't want to support Shea Moisture, you don't have to. You don't have to buy their products. It's your money. You can spend your money on whatever you want to spend it on. But don't get upset about this stuff. Don't get anxiety about this stuff. It's just hair products. And I understand the products do help you along, but it's the technique. No matter what you do to your hair, whether you're doing twists, braids, twist outs, braid outs, updos, blowouts, whatever it is you're doing to your hair, it's not the product that's going to give you what it is you're looking for, the results you're looking for. It's your technique, it's your process. Whether you do your hair wet or dry determines how your hair is going to turn out. Whether you stretch your hair versus trying to do your hair while it's shrunken, or in an unshrunken state or a stretched state, that's how your hair is going to end up. It's not Shea Moisture or any other product that's doing it for you. Shea Moisture, in my opinion, the only thing they're guilty of is just a bad ad campaign. I mean, to be honest, they're trying to expand their business, and they're going for a wider audience, if you will. For lack of a better term, they're going for the white dollars, and the white dollars account for a lot. For them to stay competitive out here, they've got to make more money. They've got to make more profit. They've sold a lot of their company, as far as I know. I don't know if it's 49% or 50%. But I've got to research that. But they've sold a lot of their shares, so I don't know what people expected. But when you sell your company, or sell a portion of your company, you take on investors, and you have to start dealing with a lot of other things. You know, you have to show profit margin, and you have to deal with board of directors and not client expectations, but investor expectations. And that's what they want. They want to make money, and that's what it's all about. It's about that bottom line. It's about that almighty dollar, y'all. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But don't be mad at Shea Moisture. Well, I'm not mad. A lot of people are mad. But at the end of the day, Shea Moisture is a business, and businesses are in business to make money. It is about that green, and about that the tiniest violin in the world, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's black and white. It's not all black and white, but at the end of the day, it's about that green. That's the only color that matters. So that's pretty much what I want to say about it. Don't buy the product if you don't feel like you're being represented. If you feel that you have been forgotten about, if you feel that Shea Moisture has forgotten about its core demographic, which is it's seemingly what it looks like, but I don't think they've forgotten about who put them. Well, let's put it like that. They've seemingly forgotten who put them where they are today. But I don't feel any type of way about it. It's I don't use a lot of products, so I don't put my all into a product. I think that's the main reason why a lot of people are stressed, is because and I don't become dependent on products. I don't care what a company, if you're dependent on anything, you're becoming a slave to it eventually. You will become a slave to it. And some people don't get that yet. They don't understand that when you put your all or your everything into something and you have no way out, or no other, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't have an alternative. You're becoming a slave to it. So I'm sorry for the lighting in here, y'all. This I'm in my living room, and there's a light above me, but it seemed kind of dim in here. But it's all about your research. When you do your own research and you don't listen to a lot of people and a lot of marketing terms and loaded words and commercials and on the backs of these bottles and all this stuff, when you do your own research, you know you're making the right decision. Social media has really it's really changed a lot of the way people make decisions, and people don't seem to understand. You got to go back to the basics, and you have to remember that everything is not going to work for everybody. And a lot of people have gotten so upset because they put all this store into Shea Moisture, and if you found something that works for you in the Shea Moisture's thousands of lines that they have now, good for you. But it's not a good idea to become dependent on one product or one product line, because what happens when that product line gets discontinued or the ingredients change? That has happened so many times. I can't begin to tell y'all how many times that has happened throughout my hair journey of something that I really, really liked. But for the most part, products work the way they're designed to work in your hair. If I'm using a moisturizer and it's water-based, I'm using it to moisturize my hair. If I'm using a gel or a cream styler, it's meant to hold my style. That's its purpose. And if I'm using something to lock in moisture, it's going to be oil-based, or, you know, some type of ingredient that has oil or butter in it that's going to hold that water in as to where the water won't evaporate out of my hair so fast. And that's the thing. You can use simple things for this. Extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, water out of the faucet. Grease worked back in the day. You know, for those of us who were born in the 70s like me, you know that grease worked. Grease and water worked. That's what our moms used, whether they were blowing our hair out or pressing it, or you know, hair rep, bergamot, Vaseline did what it was supposed to do. It locked that moisture in to where our hair wasn't so dry after our moms washed it, and they detangled it and put it in braids and sent us on our merry way. There are women on YouTube in the past few years that did twist outs with hair grease, and it worked. So I said all that to say, don't feel like Shea Moisture is the only company that's ever done this. There are hundreds of companies, maybe even thousands, that are trying to expand their businesses, and they've definitely made a bad mistake, a bad move in regard to their marketing. And I understand them trying to diversify their market, diversify their product lines for all types of hair, but I can't even keep up with Shea Moisture anymore. They've got so many different herbs and spices in these products nowadays, and if y'all really think that little one drop of Manuka honey or whatever, but baobab oil, whatever new line they have out this week, if y'all think that's doing something different for your hair, then you really need to take a step back, because that if it's not in the first 4 or 5 ingredients, it's not doing much. And meanwhile, y'all are going out and spending all this money on all these new products every week, every time they come out with something, and then when it doesn't work for you, you want to be mad at Shea Moisture because you feel like they're diluting their products now, and that may very well be the case, but you have to do your research. And I know there's some places where you can take the product back if you don't like it, But who's going to continue to do that over and over and over again? Not me. That's why I don't depend on products. Minimalism and simplicity, water and oil. People walk up to me on the street and they ask me what I use in my hair, and I say water and oil. You know, they might ask me what type of oil, but for the most part I say water and oil. And if you can't use those oils, you know, keep them in your kitchen. You know, put a little bit in a cup, take it in the bathroom with you, and cook with it to get rid of it. But I digress, y'all. I watched the Roland Martin interview, and it was a good discussion, but you could tell that the CEO was backpedaling a little bit. He was trying to make a few little excuses here and there. You know, we've invested in our communities and in education and yada, 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 and it's all well and good, but you know, don't forget who spent money on your products in order for you to be able to do those things. You know, I think that's where everybody is so upset. You know, it was the lack of representation in this commercial. And if you feel left out or betrayed or however you choose to feel about this, like I said, don't get upset about it. You know, this is not surprising that this happened. This is business and they're trying to make more money, and that's just how it is. So you can be mad or stay mad or not buy the products anymore. So I said all that to say I hope this didn't sound like too much of a rant. And I just say continue to do your research when it comes to hair products and your hair regimen, your techniques, processes, procedures that you do to your hair, and you will be much happier. It's about your lifestyle. It's about what you can and can't do, how much time you have, how much money you have. It all plays a part, and you can't put your all into one company or one product to be your hair savior. So that's all I had to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great evening. Until the next one, peace.